For someone who's been playing Call of Duty for the past 15 years, since 2010, I kind of want to make an introductory about who I am, what got me into Call of Duty, and what got me into zombies in the first place, and also give my final thoughts. Anyways, hello gamers, my name is Aidan, and welcome back to another video, specifically a Call of Duty video. Now look, I want to just kind of give you guys, like I said in the intro, a introduction about myself, about what I like about Call of Duty, what I dislike, and also kind of just give you like what got me into Call of Duty and zombies, and also give my whole thoughts as well. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and please be advised, do not go out and harass anyone or anybody in the community or the developers at all. So again, please be advised about that. Anyways, enjoy the video. So, I got into Call of Duty back in 2010, which after I turned 5 years old. Now, if you didn't know, I live in a household, or used to live in a household of three. My stepmom, my dad, and me. And then my brothers came along. Pretty much that is all I'm gonna say. But all I'm gonna say is this, is that when I was 5 years old, I saw my dad playing Call of Duty, and I was like, I wanted to try it out, and he let me. And I'll say this right now, it was by far the best game I've ever played when I was little. Yes, I was a kid, and I understand where it comes from, but let me just be real here. I only played the campaign and multiplayer back then. That was my, by far, favorite Call of Duty game, which was Black Ops 1. Then when Black Ops 2 came out, my dad bought it, and I saw my dad play it, I was like, ooh, nice. But what got me into zombies, though, is it was Black Ops 2, actually. And like I said, when I was 5 years old, I got into both the campaign and multiplayer of Call of Duty. But I got into zombies because of Black Ops 2. Now, if you didn't know, yes, I was only 7 at the time when Black Ops 2 came out. Which, if you don't know, yes, people can call me, oh, you're not a veteran, but I'll say this right now. I've been playing Call of Duty for 15 years, and I've been playing Call of Duty since Black Ops 1. I know that a lot of people don't like the modern Call of Duty stuff, neither do I sometimes. But Call of Duty sometimes can be pretty fun, if you look at it sometimes. Not the modern, but the olden days used to be pretty fun. But modern days, I understand why it's not always that fun. Mainly because I'll get to that part in a minute, but I'll just say it right now. For a lot of people that I see, it's mainly skill-based matchmaking and the goofy-ass skins in the game. Which, yes, I can understand, but then again, we are talking about Activision here. They're greedy. They're always like that. But then again, I will say this right now, is that I don't hate people that... Like I said, I don't hate people who criticize the game. I don't hate anyone who criticizes the game. The only types of people I hate is the rage baiters. And if you're asking me why I hate rage baiting, well, it's kind of stupid if you look at it. But then again, I will say the reason why I hate rage baiting is because it's not my thing to do. I don't like yelling in the fucking mic. And honestly, I'll even admit, it's not my favorite thing to do. I like to be more, yes, I like to give criticism. I love to actually be more positive than negative, and honestly, I would like to look at both positive and negative things and just give my criticism and feedback on it, not just go out and rage bait on it. That's literally what I will not do. Yes, even if I am going to be a failure, at least I make a video by trying my hardest on being what I like and showing what I like, and that is what I'm going to do. I am not going to rage bait and hate on the fucking game, or just hate on any game in general. If I dislike it, I don't play it. If I hate it, I don't play it. That's the thing. I will not play it if I dislike it or hate it. That is an unhealthy balance. But then again, I digress. Now, as you also may know, I got into zombies because of Black Ops 2. If you didn't know, yes, zombies in Black Ops 2 was my first zombies game. Yes, I was scared of it until I got used to it, and I found it pretty fucking fun. Zombies was fun, and I've also loved the story. Yes, I'm not really into the story as much nowadays, but watching DK Dynamite, I think he did some of the stories back in the day, but I'm not sure. But DK Dynamite is a really good YouTuber to watch, to like go over like stories and all that. But I digress. Then you have Ink Slasher, who does really good on the campaign stories for Call of Duty, which, honestly, by God, I really love his analysis on campaign stories, mainly with the reboot of Modern Warfare 2019 and 22. Those were great analyzing of a story. And then you have Mr. Dog JD, Mr. Raffle Waffles. They're pretty good people in the community that I've seen, and I'll even admit, I love watching their YouTube videos about the story of how the for story went to be what it is and how it basically was. I really loved their stories about the zombies, and it got me interested into the storyline of Call of Duty Zombies in the first place. Hell, I'll even admit, it even got me interested in playing zombies more and more, and hell, and you can call me a shill, but I've never been the Easter eggs in the old zombies. But Black Ops 6 was my first time of achieving an Easter egg. I did Liberty Falls, I did Terminus, I did Citadel de Mula, I did the Tomb, I did Shattered Veil, and I did Reckoning. I did all the Easter eggs on Standard, and I got the Reckoning to do tomorrow for the Easter egg on Directed. And you might be calling me a fucking noob or anything like that, but hear me out. It's mainly because I was young. But then again, I digress. Now look, I do want to say a few things I really do love about the games. The olden game, not the olden, but the golden era of Call of Duty was like by far the best Call of Duty I've ever played. What about the Jetpack era? Well, I loved Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3. Those were my favorite Call of Duty games when I was growing up. But in the golden era, my favorite Call of Duty games were Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. And if you didn't know, yes, Call of Duty Ghosts was like the last Call of Duty game to be in the golden era. But then again, there were a lot of people that really did not like Ghosts, because even though people said it was like the last Call of Duty to be in the golden era, I still count it as like the golden era of Call of Duty. But COD Ghosts was like a first sign of how Activision was, or well, the new Infinity Ward pretty much. I wouldn't say it's Activision, but it's a sign of the new Infinity Ward and how they are taking criticism and all that. Like, yes, the DLC seasons were good, but the launch, that, not a lot of people liked. But I digress. Now look, my honest opinions about modern Call of Duty nowadays is like, I don't hate it. I don't play the multiplayers nowadays because of Rage Bears and SBMM. But it can be fun when you're playing on not a solo match, but in a private match with friends. But I will say this, is that my least favorite modern Call of Duty game of all time, multiplayer-wise, well, there's two of them, but it's Vanguard and MW22. I did not like their multiplayers. And if you say, what about VO6? It's kind of not my favorite either. The beta was fun and all, but the multiplayer in BO6, it's like, it's not my thing anymore. It's kind of why I went on to zombies in BO6, and it's why I'm going to be moving on to zombies onwards. It's because I just feel like Black Ops 6 was the game that I wanted to try out multiplayer, but it wasn't really for me. Yes, I understand a lot of people are going to rage bait about it and also come out in my comments and say, oh, you're an Activision shill. I'm not an Activision shill. I'm just saying that the why I don't like the BO6 MP is because of skill-based matchmaking. I'll even admit, the maps are not that great either sometimes. I believe WMD was ugh. To me, it was ugh. But some of the remaster maps like Nuketown, Hacienda, Grind, Firing Range, Fringe, those were really good remaster maps, honestly. But I'll say it right now, it's just different for me, if you get my understanding of it. But then again, I digress. Now look, all I'm gonna say is this. I honestly love Call of Duty. I really do. The multiplayer things, though, or well, side of things, it's not my thing anymore. I'll play multiplayer here and there, if I'm interested, but the zombies is what got me more interested, same as the campaign. I'll even admit, yes, I dislike the story in Black Ops 6 Zombies, but the more I look at it, the more I realize, hey, this is still a... BO7 Zombies is basically just a continuation of BO6 Zombies. It's supposedly different. And one thing I really want to mention is, before I do go, is, look, even if you don't like a game, don't always hate on it. Always play something different, or just don't play it at all. That's all I'm going to say about that. And I'll even admit, it's why I don't play multiplayer anymore. I just like the things that are in it, and it's why I only play zombies more. Because one, I prefer zombies over multiplayer nowadays, because at least zombies, yes, I understand a lot of people didn't like zombies or modern zombies nowadays, but even though I do dislike it sometimes, I'll say this, is that modern zombies, I wouldn't mind them doing some classic stuff mixed with modern systems. I do not mind them doing a hybrid of that. The only part that I really think needs to kind of come down in mind is, like, always try to give feedback. If you don't like it or dislike it, always give feedback and give it criticism. That's how I roll. For me, I don't like harassing the developers. Yes, I understand the story wasn't great for BO6 Zombies at the end, and it felt rushed. But then again, I don't hate the developers, or I don't harass them at all. It's mainly because, from what I've known, and I'm going to give you like a link in the description and show you a few things or a few images of someone on Twitter going over, like, why BO6 Zombies story wasn't doing so well. But anyways, that's up for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I am trying my best to make more content as best as possible. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Peace.